Hi everyone, welcome to Nest Math Academy. This is the first class in Digital SAT Math series. As a part of this series, I am going to discuss the entire math content required for Digital SAT. First, let's take a look at the math curriculum. This is from official College Board website. We can see that algebra, advanced math, problem solving and data analysis, geometry and trigonometry. These are the four major sections in which there are subtopics again. In each section, you can see 13 to 15 questions from here, 13 to 15 from advanced math, and 5 to 7 from problem solving and data analysis, geometry and trigonometry, 5 to 7 questions. This is the broad understanding of math content required for SAT section. As we can see, this content is also useful for the students who are preparing for pre-SAT 8, 9, 10 and NMSQT also. So therefore, the series will be useful for the students preparing for these exams as well. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to start the series with a test. This test will help you as a diagnostic test, meaning you can use this test to understand what exactly is your status right now. By the end of this test, you will have a study plan. What all topics you're comfortable and which topics you need to put in little bit of effort. So that is the purpose of this test. You can solve along with me, and wherever it is not clear, make a note of it, and at the end of it, it helps you to create a study plan accordingly. Okay. Digital SAT Math section has two modules and each module has 22 questions, and this is the first module. Question number 1. F of 1 is equal to -4, f of 5 is equal to 12. What is the value of y-intercept of the linear function f of x? First, we know that a linear function is of the form f of x is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. So therefore, we need to find the value of b. First, let's try to plot these points. Given f of 1 is equal to -4, which means that 1 comma -4 is a point on the graph, and f of 5 is equal to 12, which means that 5 comma 12, this is the input value of x and this is the output value of y. So 5 comma 12 is a point on the graph. Try to roughly plot that. Let's say this is y-axis and this is the x-axis. We want 1 comma -4, x1 and y -4, 1 2 3 4 somewhere here. Okay, and next one more point is 5 comma 12, x5 1 2 3 4 5, and 12 maybe all the way up here. I'm not counting it, but just say roughly somewhere here. 4 comma 12 5 comma 12 I mean. So just join these two, you should get your line. Let's say roughly draw the line somewhat like this, and I cannot show here, but if I just extend this, this will go and cut the y-axis also somewhere. Okay, that is the point what we are looking for. Y-intercept is the point where actually graph crosses the y-axis. X is 0 at that point. Yeah, so these are the 2 points. This is 5 comma 12 and this is 1 comma -4. So to find m and b, we can find the slope first using the slope formula. Slope is given by y2 minus y1, 12 minus of -4 over x2 minus x1, 5 minus 1, which is equal to 16 divided by 4, which is 4. The slope of this line is 4. Then replace m with 4 here. Therefore, your equation will be f of x is equal to mx plus b, 4x plus b. Now, f of 1 is negative 4, f of 5 is 12. We have two of these points on the line, so any one of the points must satisfy. If I substitute 1, f of 1 is equal to 4 times 1 plus b. But f of 1 is negative 4. So negative 4 is equal to 4 plus b. So subtracting 4 on both sides, negative 8 is equal to b. So I got b is equal to negative 8, which is the required y-intercept. Question number 2. The average score in a high school French entrance exam was 65. Three new students appeared for the entrance exam and scored 25, 45 and 70. The new average score fell to 60. How many students had taken the entrance exam before these three students? Okay. So let the number of students who took the test before these three students be n. Let that number of students who took the test before these three students be n. And let the total score of these n students be some t. Now we all know that the average is obtained by the total score by the number of students. So t over n, the total score obtained by those n students upon the number of students is equal to 65. So multiplying with n on both sides, we'll get t is equal to 65n. Let it be like that. Now the second part, three new students appeared for the entrance. The new total will be the old total plus the score by the new students, which is 25 plus 45 plus 70, which is equal to how much is that? 45, 5, 50, 20, 70, 70, 140. So t plus 140. This is the new score. The new number of students is obviously n plus 3. Earlier n students are the 3 new students. The new average is equal to the new total over the number of students. New students is n plus 3 obviously. N students earlier plus 3. Okay. So they have given that the average fell to 60. So therefore that must be is equal to 60. 60 is equal to t plus 140 over n plus 3. But we already have t is equal to 65. I can substitute here and also multiplying with n plus 3 on both sides. Multiplying with n plus 3 on both sides. So here n plus 3 cancels out. Here distribution 60 times n 60n plus 180 is equal to t plus 140. But in place of t, I can put 65n plus 140. Rest of it is basic calculation. So subtracting 60n on both sides and also subtracting 140 on both sides. Let me write it. Minus 60n and minus 140 minus 140. So which will help us to see 65 minus 60 is 5n. Here 140 cancel. 180 minus 140 is 40. Dividing with 5 on both sides, 5 times 8 is 40. N is equal to 8. Therefore, the number of students who took the test before these three students is 8. That is the answer. Okay. Question number 3. If sine 4x plus 6 is equal to cosine x plus 4, what is the value of x? Here, we have to use a trigonometric identity which says that sine of any angle is equal to cosine of 90 minus that angle. In general sense, you can say that sine of 20 degrees is equal to cosine of 90 minus 27. It could be any angle, whatever the angle inside the sine. If it has to be equal to cosine, it would be 90 minus that. Means angles are complementary. The sum of the angles is going to be 90. That is the observation we need to have here. Therefore, Here they're claiming the same thing, sine of 4x plus 6 is equal to cosine of x plus 4. That means that these two angles must be complementary. So that means add them up, 4x plus 6 plus x plus 4 must be is equal to 90. That's all. This is a single variable equation, solve for x. So 4x plus x, like terms, put them together, 5x and 6 plus 4, 10 is equal to 90. Subtracting 10 on both sides, 5x is equal to 80. Dividing with 5 on both sides, x is equal to 60. That is the answer. Question number 4. Using the system of equations, what is the value of 5x minus y? Let's call this as equation number 1 and let's call this as equation number 2. A simple observation will tell you that if you subtract equation 1 from 2, means equation 2 minus equation 1. Let's do this. So equation 2 is the left hand side of that is 2y plus 3x. I copy it here, minus the left hand side of equation 1 is this. Make sure that you put parentheses around that. Okay, this is equation 2 minus 1 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, 18 minus 1. Combining the like terms yields 2y minus 3y minus y, 3x, this minus sign and this minus sign. Combined together you will get plus sign, plus 2x. So 3x plus 2x, 5x. So 5x minus y is equal to 18 minus 1 is 17. That's what they asked for. What is 5x minus y, which is 17. Okay, here this is an observation based question. If you haven't observed this, then the other way is you don't know that by subtracting equation 1 from 2 you will directly get the given expression itself, or else they're asking something else, 13x plus y or something like that, which you cannot directly create from the observation. Then you have to use a regular method of solving the system of equations, that is you can use either elimination technique or substitution method to solve for x and y separately, find x value and y value, then bring them and substitute here and find this expression value. But in this case it was directly possible, so that's why we created the expression itself. When it is not possible to create the exact expression, then you find x and y value separately and substitute here and get the answer. Okay. Question number 5. The function c of x represents the total cost of a company. The function represents the variable cost and fixed cost of the company. C of x is equal to x squared minus 750x plus 90,000, where x represents the number of units produced by the company. How many units would the company have to produce to incur a minimum total cost? So here it's very important to understand the meaning of the given statements. So this C of x represents the total cost of the company, where x is the number of units produced. So now they want to incur a minimum total cost. C of x should be minimum. That means they're talking about the minimum value of the quadratic function. If you know the standard equation of the quadratic, ax square plus bx plus c, and we know the graph of this is a parabola. It's an upward parabola provided x square coefficient here is 1, which is positive. So therefore, if x square coefficient is positive, we'll have an upward parabola and the minimum value occurs at the vertex. So the x coordinate is the value where the minimum value occurs and the y coordinate is the value of that minimum. What is that minimum? So in this case also, there x is the number of units produced for them to incur a minimum total cost. So if you remember this formula, this is going to be negative b over 2a. The x coordinate of the vertex is going to be minus b over 2a. And if you want the minimum cost, we will substitute this value in the function to get the minimum cost. But they are asking how many units would the company have to produce to incur a minimum loss. Means they are asking for the x coordinate of the vertex. Making sense? If they have asked for what is the minimum total cost, then this value of x which we obtain, we substitute in the function to get the corresponding cost, minimum cost. Okay. Now we need to find x is equal to negative b over 2a. On comparing with the given equation, I'll know that a is equal to 1 here b is equal to 750, minus 750 rather. Therefore, x is equal to minus b, minus of minus 750 divided by 2a, 2 times a1, which is x is equal to 750 ka half, minus minus, they multiply together and become positive, so which is 375. Therefore, it means that when the company produces 375 units, the company would incur the minimum total cost. In the same question, if they are asked for what is the minimum total cost in case, then you take this x and substitute in C of 375. You plug in here 375 square minus 750 times 375 plus 90,000. We would do that. But in this case, they haven't asked for that. So we are not doing that. But I'm just saying in case in a similar context, if they're asking for that, we can do that. Okay. Question number 6. If minus 3 plus square root of n divided by negative 4 is a solution to the equation, what is the value of n? So given is a quadratic equation, negative 2x square plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we need to use a quadratic formula to solve it. So which is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Comparing with the standard equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can clearly see that a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 6. Now plug in all these values here. X is equal to minus b minus 3 plus minus square root of b square 3 square minus 4a minus 2 c 6 by 2a, which will become after simplifying minus 3 plus minus here minus 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 4 minus 2, product will become positive. So this is 8 times 6, 48 plus 9, 57 I am getting here by negative 4. Now compare this with the given thing. Given that this is the solution, but I got this. Clearly I get two solutions from this. One is negative 3, take the plus sign once, root 57 divided by negative 4, and the second solution is minus 3 minus root 57 over minus 4. Here they are given the plus, so compare with this one. Compare this and this, clearly we can see that n is equal to 57. So that is our answer. N value is 57. Okay. Question number 7. What is the value of 8 pi by 3 radians in degrees? 8 by 3 pi radians. So we know that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. This is the conversion factor. Okay, we need to remember that. So this pi radians can be replaced with 180 degrees simply. So 8 by 3 times pi radians is replaced by 180 degrees. Finished. So rest of it is simple calculation. We can see that 8 multiplied by 180 divided by 3. I would like to cancel this first, which was 3 times 6. You can multiply 8 and 180 first and can divide with 3 later, but I choose to divide 180 first because little easier that way. If you're comfortable multiplying 8 with 180 first and divide later, it's both are one and the same. So I'm dividing with 3 times 1, and this goes 60 times. Now I multiply 60 and 8, which is 480 degrees. So option C. Okay. Question number 8. Absolute value of 2x minus 5 is less than 3. How many integer solutions does the system have? So this can be interpreted in different ways. I usually do it like this. Let us say if we have an absolute value of a is less than 3. So the absolute value of a means we are talking about the distance of a from 0 on the number line is less than 3. Means we are looking for all the values of a whose distance from 0 is less than 3. That means that A can be between 0 to 3 on the right and 0 to minus 3. It can be anywhere in between minus 3 to 3. I repeat, absolute value of A less than 3 means I am looking for all the values of A for which the distance from 0 is less than 3. Means on either side, left side or right hand side, I can go maximum up to 3 or minus 3. Anywhere in between minus 3 and 3, the distance is less than 3. So that means that we can remember that anything inside the absolute value, whatever the contents are there inside the absolute value, if it is less than 3, those contents must lie between minus 3 to 3. Making sense? If it is equality is there, I will use equality here also. If it is not there, we will not use that. As simple as that. Okay. So in the given question also, if you carefully observe, absolute value of some quantity is less than 3. Instead of A, there is some expression. It doesn't matter. We use the same technique. So 2x minus 5 must lie between minus 3 to 3. Now again at this stage there are two options. This is a compound inequality. There are two parts. You can separate this part and create one inequality, and you can separate this and create another inequality and solve them separately, or else you can directly do solve combinedly as it is as well. So I'm going to do it directly combined. So I can see that I need to isolate x. So there is a 5 minus 5 extra disturbing us to add 5 to get rid of that in all the three places. So which will convert into, this will become 2, this will become 2x, 5 negative 5 cancel, here 8. And again I need to get rid of that 2, so divide with 2 throughout, divided by 2. Since you're dividing with a positive number, inequality doesn't change. If you're dividing with a negative number, you have to be careful. So the inequality flips, right? But anyway, here no problem. So 1 less than 2, 2 cancel, x less than 4. So x lies between 1 to 4. So we are looking for integral solutions. Between 1 and 4, what are the integral values? There are only 2, 3. These are the two integral values we are looking for. Therefore, how many integral solutions does the system have? It has two integral solutions. Option C. Okay. Question number 9. 3y plus 5x is equal to 15. What is the x-intercept of the equation of the line shown above? Very simple. So x-intercept is the point where the line crosses x-axis. That means the y becomes 0 at that point. To obtain x-intercept, we just need to put y is equal 0 and solve for y. Put y is equal 0 and solve for x. Graphically, it means that what does it mean? If you draw a line where it crosses x-axis, this is called x-intercept, this is called y-intercept. We are looking for this point. So usually whenever you look for x-intercept, we put y0 because throughout x-axis the y is 0. And when you look for y-intercept, we put x is equal to 0 and solve for y. In this case, we just need to put y is equal to 0. So 3 times 0 plus 5x is equal to 15. So this is 0 anyway. 5x is equal to 15. Dividing with 5 on both sides, x is equal to 3. 5 times 3 is 15. That's as simple as that. So x-intercept means, always remember, put y0, solve for x. Y-intercept means put x0 and solve for y. Okay. Question number 10. The function f of x is equal to 3x minus 4 is moved to the left by 4 units and up 2 units. What is the value of its y-intercept? So this comes under linear transformations. We can remember like this: if f of x is a function and if you're doing a linear transformation, that is the horizontal transformation, moving to the left or right, let us say, if you're moving to the left by 4 units, you need to replace x with x plus 4. With input, this is always counterintuitive. If you're going to the right, I would have written x minus 4. Moving to the left, it will be x plus 4. And this one, up or down, if you're going up, simply add 2 to the output. Entire function is added by 2 outside the function. You add 2. So combine these two now. You are moving 4 units to the left and up by 2. So combining these two together, you would get f of x plus 4 plus 2. So your fx should become like this. So that means this is your f of x, means the new function g of x, let's say, is equal to, replace x with x plus 4, 3 times x plus 4, and this is as it is, and this whole thing is added by plus 2, x plus 4 and plus 2. Simplify this. 3x distributive property, 3x plus 12, and this is minus 4 plus 2, which is combined like terms, 12 plus 2, 14 minus 4, 10. So 3x plus 10. So clearly the new function has y-intercept as 10. We know that it just compare with y is equal to mx plus b. Hello, mx plus b. So earlier the y-intercept was negative 4. Now the y-intercept is 10. Therefore the y-intercept is 10. Okay, thank you. Question number 11. If R and Q are solutions to 3x square plus 6x minus 21 is equal to 0, what is the value of R plus Q? There are a couple of ways to do it. One is literally solving the equation, like 3x square plus 6x minus 21 is equal to 0. We can see that we can divide with 3, x square, 3 times 2, 3 times 7. So I need to solve for x. So if you are supposed to solve for x, when you can factorization is not possible. I think here we use the quadratic formula. If you remember, minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac over 2a. We have just used it in a other question also. So here comparing with standard equation, we'll be having a is equal to 1 here, b is equal to this equation I am comparing, a1 b2 c minus 7. So you can just use minus b means minus 2 plus minus b square 4 minus 4ac, 4 times a1 c minus 7 by 2a, 2 times 1, minus 2 plus minus this part I think will become 7, negative negative positive, 28 plus 4 32 by 2. Now the two roots for this I can write it as minus 2 plus minus root 32 by 2 minus 2 plus plus minus. Now we need to take plus ones and minus ones, plus root 32 by 2 and minus 2 minus root 32 by 2. These are the roots. So when you add them, if you clearly can see that if we separate it, break it in the middle, minus 2 by 2, minus 1 plus root 32 by 2, I am getting 1. Second one I am getting minus 2 by 2, minus 1 minus root 32 by 2. When I add both of them, let's say one of them is R and one of them is Q. That's what they're saying. These are the two solutions. So they want to add R plus Q. When I add them, sorry, when I add those two, R plus Q, clearly we can see that this and this will get cancelled. Isn't it? One is plus and one is minus. So minus 1, minus 1, only these two are left. So which is minus 2. So answer is minus 2. This is one way. Straightforward solving it and adding the actual roots. It takes a little bit of time, but that's how we can do it. Another one is, there is a direct formula kind of thing. For ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, if r comma q are the solutions, then sum of the solutions and product of the solutions, directly we have a simple expressions, r plus q, r times q. This is called sum of the solutions or sum of the roots, which is minus b over a. Sum of the solutions is minus b over a, means minus of x coefficient upon x square coefficient. And product of the solutions or the product of the roots is c by a. C divided by a means constant term divided by x square coefficient. In this case, if I wanted a direct answer, I would have used this formula. What is that? See, in this equation, a is 3, b is 6, and c is, we don't have to simplify also. Simplify, you do it, you get it, but without also we can. C is negative 21. So clearly I want r plus q. They're asking for sum of the roots or solutions, which is minus b, which is b is 6 by a. A is 3. Simple. So negative 6 by 3 is negative 2. One step answer. Clear? So as I said, if we know this, very good, use that sum and product of the solutions. Remember the identities or the expressions, direct formula, and use that. If not, then we have to directly solve the entire thing and then add those two roots and then find the solution like this. Okay. Question number 12. Which of the following is equivalent to this? It's a very simple one. As you can see, this is simple distributive property of multiplication. So this 7w will multiply into the brackets, into the parentheses. So 7w times this, which is 7w into px, 7w px, 7w px, that's it. And 7w times yz, which is 7w yz, which is option A, which is pretty straightforward. Okay. Question number 13. A cylinder with an open top has a radius of 14 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeter. What is the value of the surface area of the cylinder? Let's say that cylinder is something like this. So it's an open top. So let's say it's something like this. So to find the surface area of this, you need to find the lateral surface area plus the bottom circle. There is no circle. If this is closed, this would have been multiplied by 2, top and bottom. Two circles are there. But now here, the top circle is not there. It's not closed. It's an open top. So therefore, all you have to do is just find the lateral surface area and add the area of the base circle. That's it. So lateral surface area is given by 2 pi r h, which is very easy to remember. We usually multiply the circumference of the base with the height of the cylinder. If the radius is r, the circumference is 2 pi r times height, lateral surface area you get, plus this circle area is pi r square. Simply plug in the values, you should get the answer. So therefore, which is equal to 2 pi r is 14 and h is 10, plus pi is again same and r square is 14 square, which is 196. So this is 14 times 228, 10, 280 pi plus 196 pi. 280 plus 196. 280 plus 200 is 480. 480, 4 less means 2, 476. Yeah. 476 pi. Units, since it is centimeters, it should be centimeter square or square centimeter. They have not given that, but nevertheless. So 476 pi centimeter square, option A. So we need to be careful about what is the given information here. If it was the top is also closed, one more pi r square, this would have been multiplied by 2. Since it's a top open, only 1 pi r square we added. If it is just a pipe kind of thing, which is open and both ends are open, something like this, then this also won't come, only lateral surface area will come. So that, like that, in the given context, what are we exactly looking for? Based on that, slight adjustment has to be done. Okay. Question number 14. If the expression is equivalent to this, what is the value of m? We can solve this in two ways, I think. One is direct long division. They want us to divide 3x square minus 6x plus 11 with x minus 4. Go ahead and do that. 3x square minus 6x plus 11. And we are supposed to divide that with x minus 4. So we can see that we want 3x square here means I need to multiply with 3x. 3x times this whole thing is multiplied by 3x. 3x times x, 3x square, and minus 12x. So subtract minus plus, this will cancels out. Plus 12 minus 6x, and drop down 11 plus 11. So I need 6x means I have x, I need 6 extra. So 6 times this, multiply this with 6. 6 times x, 6x, and 6 times negative 4 minus 24. Again subtract minus of this whole thing. 6x minus 6x cancel. Minus minus plus 24. So 11 plus 24 is 35. So clearly we can see that given thing can be written as this quotient plus remainder upon divisor x minus 4. If anyone is confused with this, see a simple example. 7 divided by 2. When you divide 7 with 2, 2 times 3 is 6, and minus subtract 1 is the remainder. How do you write this? 3 plus 1 by 2 only, no? Exactly same this way. Quotient 3 plus remainder upon divisor, exactly same. Now compare this with the given thing. 3x plus 6, 3x plus 6, x minus 4, x minus 4. So therefore m is equal to 35. Simple. Compare with that, you will know that m is 35. And you also realize one more thing, that m is here remainder. M is what? When you divide this quadratic expression with polynomial with x minus 4, the remainder is 35. So the other method I was talking about is we can use a statement called remainder theorem. There is something called remainder theorem. What is that? The statement says that if a polynomial p of x is divided by, if a polynomial p of x is divided by x minus a, some factor x minus a, then a linear factor x minus a, then p of a is the remainder. Is the remainder. Means what? Whichever the linear expression you want to divide with linear factor, equate it to 0. Means if I equate x minus a to 0, I'll get x is equal to a. Substitute that a in place of x, you'll get the remainder. Here I want to call this as our p of x. Obviously this is our linear factor x minus a. If I equate to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0, x is equal to 4. Therefore the remainder is obtained by substituting 4 in p. Therefore remainder is equal to remainder m. In this case they're calling it as m is equal to p of 4, literally substituting 4 in place of x in this one. So which is nothing but 3 times 4 square minus 6 times 4 plus 11. See that 4 square, 16 times 3 48 minus 24 plus 11. 48 minus 24 is 24, 24 plus 11 is 35. See, got the same answer. So we can use the long division directly and see the remainder, or else we can use this remainder theorem also to find that. Okay. Question number 15. A study was conducted on students in a summer class in city W. The study showed that 4 in 5 students in the summer class showed an improvement in scores in their opening exam. Which of the following could be concluded from the survey? All the students in the city will improve their entrance scores if they attend the summer? No. It's clearly given 4 out of 5. Not everyone is improving the score. The students who do not pass the entrance exam should attend the summer class to improve their score. It's a generic statement. The summer class will improve the scores of the 80% of the students who attend the class. This is more to the point, I think, because 4 out of 5 means 4 by 5, and times 100 convert into percentage, which is 400 divided by 5, which is 80%. So which translate to same thing as option C. So 4 out of 5 students showed an improvement, and that's what exactly the option C is claiming. So option C is the most suitable answer for this question. Question number 16. A circle has a radius of 6 centimeters. If a sector in the circle has an area of 7.5 pi, that is 7.5 pi, what is the value of the angle that subtends the sector at the center in radians? So there is a circle and there is some sector of the circle, something like this, whose area is this much. The area of this sector, this whole area, is given by this 7.5 pi, and the radius of this is 6 centimeters. Now they're asking how much angle this is subtending at the center. This angle theta they're asking in radians. We have a direct formula for area of the sector. Area of the sector in terms of theta in radians is given by 1/2 r square theta. Theta in radians. So they are also asking in radians, so we can directly use this formula. Remember this, area of the sector in radians, if the theta is taken in radians, is given by 1/2 times r square times theta. So they claim that the area is 7.5 pi. So put 7.5 in this place. Pi is equal to 1/2 times r square, which is 6 square, times theta. So simplify this. 7.5 pi is equal to 6 square is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18 theta. Now 7.5 is 75 by 10, I can write just for the simplification purpose. Now I want to get rid of this 18 also. I need to find theta. No? So I want to isolate theta. So sorry, divided by 18. So here and here 18 will be in the denominator. So therefore this side to 18 gets cancelled. So theta is equal to 75 pi upon 180. So look for the simplification. Which number can divide? I think 15 can divide both of them. 15 times 5 is 75, and 180 goes 15 times 1 is 15. 3 left out, 30. 15 times 2. 5 pi by 12 radians is what we are looking for, option B. Okay. So area of the sector is 1/2 times r square times theta, where theta in radians. That's what they're asking for. So simply equate the given area to this and you'll get the theta in radians, 5 pi by 12 radians. Okay. Number 17. What is the solution of the system below? 3 times x minus 5 is equal to 2 times x minus 2. It's a simple single variable equation, variable on both sides. So first use the distributive property. Multiply these numbers inside the parentheses. 3x minus 15 is equal to 2x minus 4. Now subtracting 2x on both sides. Also adding 15 on both sides to get rid of this 15. So which makes it, this one cancels out, this one cancels out. So we'll be left with 3x minus 2x x is equal to 15 minus 4, 11. Therefore, x is equal to 11 is the solution. Simple single variable equation. Okay. Question number 18. If the line L shown below and the line M not shown in the figure have no solution, which of the following could be the equation of M? So the line is given, one line is given, which is L, its name. And there is one more line, one of these four is named as M. They want this and this given line should have no solution. We know that when two lines are drawn, they will not have any solution, only if they are parallel. Hello? Yes or no? If they are parallel, they should be parallel. So when the two lines are parallel, the slope is equal. Slope of the two lines must be same. Okay. So for the given line, slope is, you can easily see this is 4 and this is 10. Or else I can say 10 comma 0, 0 comma 4 as a points. I can use a 2-point form like y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 formula, or else I can directly see rise over run. Either way I can find the slope easily from here to here. This is -4, rise and run is 10. So the slope is equal to -4 over 10, which is -0.4, or else you can leave it like this also. So this is the slope of the given line. Now I need to look for the line which has the same slope so that both are parallel. Parallel means they will not intersect. They will not intersect means there is no common solution for both of them. Okay. So if I want to find the slope, I need to put the given lines in slope intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b format. So to do that, here I'll send 10x to the right. So 4y is equal to 10x plus 6. Then divide with 4 on both sides. I'll get y is equal to 10 by 4x plus 6 by 4. Clearly slope is here 10 by 4, which is not matching with our slope. So it's not correct. So this is wrong. So move to the second option, option B. Here also 10y is equal to subtracting 4x on both sides, -4x plus 6. Divide with 10 on both sides, I'll get y is equal to -4 by 10x plus 6 by 10. Yes, we got our answer. Here we can clearly see that slope is -4 by 10, -4 by 10. Both slopes are same. Therefore, this line is parallel to given line. Wherever it is, it will be parallel to this. They will not intersect, means there is no solution for both of them. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, right. Question number 19. There are 54 animals, either dogs, let's say D, cats C, and pigs P, on a certain Saturday in a park. If there are thrice as many dogs, there are cats, means D is equal to 3C. There are thrice the dogs as cats, and half as many pigs as cats. P is equal to C by 2, half of that. So dogs are 3 times the cats and pigs are half of the cats. Okay. How many dogs were there in the park? They're asking for D. Okay, so just first of all, total animals are 54. So D plus C plus P is equal to 54. That's what they've given. Substitute this. D is equal to 3C plus C plus P is C by 2. So from here you can find cats, then I can find dogs. So just multiply with 2 and throughout. So 3 times 2, 6 plus 2C plus C. This 2 gets cancelled is equal to 54 times 2, which is 108. So 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9C is equal to 108. Dividing with 9 on both sides, C is equal to, how much is this? C is equal to 12. So I want dogs. So D is equal to 3C. So 3 times 12, which is 36. So therefore, how many dogs were in the park means 36 dogs were there in the park. Okay. Question number 20. How many actual points does the line of best fit predict a greater value than the actual value? See, this is the line of best fit. The points on that are the predicted values, which are below that and above that. The dots are the actual values. So the points which are below the predicted line are obviously are lesser than the predicted value. Means predicted value is greater than those values, I mean to say. Therefore, clearly I can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 values are below the line. Means if I predict the values corresponding to them, I'll get a higher value, because since the line of best fit is above that. Therefore, the answer for this is 4. Hope it is clear. Since these are below this, the predicted value is greater than that, and the rest of them are above the line, means the predicted values along the line of best fit are below that, are lesser than that. So these 4 are having the values less than the predicted value. Okay, so means predicted value is greater than these values. Yeah, hope it is clear. So answer is 4. Question number 21. So system of equations is given. They're asking what is the value of x for the given system of equations. We can solve this system of equation either by elimination technique or substitution techniques. I want to solve for x, right? So I need to eliminate y. So y coefficient is 3 here and y coefficient is 2 here. So I would like to go for elimination method. So if I want to eliminate y, I need to make the coefficient of y same. So I need to multiply this equation with 2, this equation with 3. That will make 6y, 6y. Then I subtract them. I can get rid of y and get x. That is the logic. So let's multiply that. This multiplied by 2 will give 6y minus 2x is equal to 6. So we have to multiply each and every term with 2. So don't only multiply the first term. Everything should be multiplied by 2. Distribution property. Distributive. So 3 multiplies into the bracket. 3 times 2, 6y. 3 times 4 thirds. 3, 3 cancel. Negative 4x. And 3 times 2 thirds. 3, 3 cancel is equal to 2. Now just subtract equation 2 from 1 minus 6y cancel minus 2x minus 2 negative signs plus 4x it will become. So minus 2x plus 4x, effectively 2x is left out, is equal to 6 minus 2, which is 4. So 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2. Dividing with 2 on both sides, simply x is equal to 2. That is the answer. We can use the substitution method as well, but we have done elimination method. Okay. Question number 22. If f of 2x plus 3 is equal to minus x square plus 4x plus 6, what is the value of f of 5? So, if we are looking for f of 5, a simple observation will tell you that this quantity, if I equate it to 5, because inside f we have 2x plus 3 here and they're asking for 5. If I compare or equate these two, I'll get the corresponding x. Therefore, do that first. So 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. I'll get 2x is equal to 2, subtracting 3 on both sides, dividing with 2 on both sides, x is equal to 1. Okay, if I want f of 5, I need to put x is equal to 1 on both sides. See, if I put x is equal to 1, it will become f of 2 times 1 plus 3, f of 5 I get. On the right hand side also I'll do the same, 1 square plus 4 times 1 plus 6, simple observation. This will become f of 5, that's what I'm looking for. See, is equal to right hand side, negative 1 plus 4 plus 6. 6 plus 4, 10, 10 minus 1, 9. So therefore f of 5 is equal to 9, option C. Okay. With this, we are done with module 1. We will be discussing the module 2 in the next video. Do like and share the video if you like the content. And do subscribe to get the notifications when the new videos are added. Thank you.